I'm not as silly as I look. Everybody's working. Hello, hello, hello. Woohoo, I guess you are first. G'day, Nick. I'm just trying to set up my tripod because G'day, Jake. How's Texas, brother? Probably not as warm as what it is in here. I think yesterday I lost about 10 pounds in water. I sweat so much. So I will go this way. 90 today. Well, it was probably pretty close to 90 in here yesterday. Oh boy. Syrup, yummy. Yes. Well, let's go over and we'll have. I'm hobbling this morning. I have had to take off my brace, so. G'day, Rochelle. How is Brampton? Bet you it's not as beautiful as what it is here. Well, I guess you guys can. Oh, I guess we'll try not to get robbed. He's a large. There we go. You guys got a good vantage point. We're just about, I don't know, probably roughly an hour from pulling this off, guys, so. Oh. There we go. So what's everybody up to this fine and lovely? See all the goop coming off? If you get as much of that off, it makes it easier on your filters whenever you go to filter. And my grandpa always said that it made the syrup taste better. I don't know if that's a syrup tale or not, but I've never tasted a bad thing of syrup, so let me rephrase that. That I've seen people do this. God, I'd say it'd be more than an hour. It's the full, whatever this is, 6 inches, so.
I'll go ahead.
What's that?
I'll go ahead. I'm gonna cut meat and
Okay.
send me a message when you're ready to take off.
Okay. Once we start getting down to within an inch and a half or 2 inches, I'll give you a dingle.
Okay, sounds good.
All right, buddy.
See you in a bit.
Toodles. Let me go get my coffee, guys, and we'll have a chit chat. And I know you guys don't want to watch me. We'll watch the fire. So it's a divide and conquer today. A lot of people are, well, everybody had to go back to work except for Rob and I. Josh with his job gets, he works from 1 in the afternoon till midnight, I think. So he'll be here once the pan gets down to about an inch. Then we'll pull it off. We will put it into some containers, filter it, and then we'll take it over to the old gas stove and we'll finish it over there. But that probably won't be for about another hour and a half, maybe 2 hours, depending on how much I can keep the fire going and how quick. So, saying that, we'll load her up again. Oh man, those are hardwood. Those are gonna burn real good because they're real heavy. Come on. That's warm. Whew. G'day, Backlash. Who all we got in here? Nick, Backlash, Jake's in and out. Brampton Gardner, she could be in and out. Don't know if they're working today. Thanks, buddy. That's one of Mike and Terry's. So what I want to do, oh, this darn thing. So what I want to do is get either like come down like this or come down like that and have the American and Canadian flag together. So Mike was gonna see if they could do it at the shop, and if not, I'll just get it done up here. And then if I was to start selling the shirts on my site, I would I would donate everything to mental health for the veterans. You had to hand anchor. Oh, no. No, I don't want to report backlash. Two 4-inch wide, 10-foot deep holes manually to test the ground for, oh, I hate YouTube. I tried to go to Melon and it wouldn't let me adjust things. I got to really read up on Melon. It's got a lot of amazing features. I just don't know how to get to them yet. So I will eventually get there. Oh, we're up to 5 people. There we go. Welcome, folks. Oh, Remy, how are you, buddy? So, you, maybe, Remy, think about the 11th, May the 11th. Maybe we can do supper after you're off work or something. Because we're going to be in Freddie from the 7th to the 9th. And we'll be in Camelton from the 9th to the 12th. So my wife's gonna go see a lot of her friends the evening of the 11th. So I'll be free. And there's a restaurant right at the, apparently it's supposed to be pretty good. Restaurant at the hotel downtown. The one at the bridge there. Yeah. Well, we'll touch base. We'll touch base. But, yeah, the only thing I'm doing today, Jake, is maple syrup. We ain't putting in no gardens yet. Eastern Canada is supposed to get 8 to 10 inches of snow today. They can keep it. I don't want any here. Now, I don't know if you guys are, Remy, but Nova Scotia and that are supposed to get, well, roughly 25 centimeters, so in between 8 and 10 inches. African Dreaming, welcome. Oh, it's beautiful sunny here. We had a heavy frost, and it's supposed to go up to 10 degrees today, so it is going to be, oh, Josh is already calling in a couple of his buddies to come and pick up the sap today because it's just going to pour out of the trees. It's going to be a really, really, really good day. Probably the best day we've had all season. Some of the buckets will be able to be filled up twice today. So I can't do anything. Rob's gone to cut meat, and I'm at the Sugar Shack, and then everybody's gonna come whenever we go to bottle. That I don't know. Well, let's just say there's 5 people here. I will show you guys how I do it, and then I'm also gonna do a video on it as well. So pretty much a couple collage videos. I know I've dropped a few videos from here already this year, but more than likely I'm going to put out about 3 more from whenever this was just the bare floor. And that is not wood, guys. That's concrete. Stamped concrete. Josh has a buddy that's into finishing concrete, and that was his mission. He stamped all the concrete for him, and obviously finished it, but it's we got a big roll going on here. it's got a beautiful, beautiful color to it. So I'd say the color we're probably gonna pull between 3. My guess with the sugar content, if it's like it has been the last week or so, we'll probably pull 3 to 5 gallons of syrup today. And then hopefully I have a good boil today. We've got very good pressure, so it's taken everything up through the roof. So I should be able to boil off 150, maybe 200 gallons of sap today. If I can keep it rolling and I've got good wood, which I do, by the time I shut down tonight, probably be about 200 gallons. Now, they'll probably collect between 200 and 300 gallons today, so I'm gonna be no further off at the end of the day because they're just gonna fill up the barrels. So we have, from our big deep freeze there the other day, I've got, I've got 2 of those blue barrels full of ice. So I'm gonna divvy it up into all the sap today to keep it cold. And yeah, that way there it prolongs it a little bit, keeps it fresh. Make sure I didn't miss any comments. Yeah, kinda, Jake. G'day, Kevin. We're just doing some syrup, and we're probably gonna do a all-day live, Kevin. I will, what time are you going on today, Kevin? I'll make sure that I send people over to say hello to Tuber Chet. Appreciate you, Kevin. So, wow. I was gonna say, you've been drinking? Speaking of drinking, an hour from now, okay. I will 100% send people over. And Jake, you were saying about roughly the same thing as making whiskey. I don't know if you see that little jar right there. Right there. If you mix it with maple syrup, oh boy. Let's just say that they may or may not have mixed that with it's just they said that they refined some maple syrup in whenever they made that batch of magic water. Oh, but I think it's just primarily corn. And if you mix it with hot maple syrup, oh, cold maple syrup, oh, very, 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 very good. So guys, if you are not part of Tuber Chat, please go over, say hello to Kevin, give him a thumbs up, and share him out. He does a lot. He's not necessarily part of any community. He helps everybody out. And he is a fellow Canadian, which, you know, he lives close to that Toronto place, and, well, we won't hold it against him. But he lives in probably one of the most beautiful cities in Canada. I still wouldn't, you still couldn't pay me to live in a city. I prefer to look out back and watch eagles, and that's kind of what I like. I'm not a huge, sorry guys. I got to, ow. I won't be able to see comments here for a little bit, but he's in Niagara Falls, so that says enough right there. Oh man, that's hot. So, whenever you start getting closer, it's like a paste. And it's good. Tastes like maple syrup, but it's got a lot of impurities in it, so that's why we get rid of it. Sandstone, we tend to eliminate 90% of the sandstone by just doing that. And yeah, well, you'll see the filtering process here. Oh, that's going to be a good batch, guys. Just that little sample of the, just that little sample. That tasted really, really, really good. I just have to go open up a window, guys. I'm dying in here. There we go. Remy, I envy you, Scott. I'm supposed to be doing the exact same thing, and I can't because I'm sick. Oh no, Remy. Hopefully it's just like a cold. I know strep throat is going around up here right now. But yeah, no, strep is going around up here right now, and I have always said, and I learned from my grandpa, that steam, whenever our heads are over it, and you're putting steam up into your face, there's something about maple steam. I have never been sick in the spring doing maple syrup. There's something within that steam that it hits your, I don't know if it could just be the amount of moisture too that, you know, is blasted in your face, but I can honestly say that every year that I've done maple syrup, I've never been sick in the springtime. So, little tidbit. You lose a whole bunch of money doing maple syrup because there's not a dime to be made unless you've got like minimum 30,000 taps. And well, we have 240, so we're a little ways off from that. but it's honestly, it's enough that the family uses it as a barter. Maple syrup is there's a reason why it's $20 a liter. It definitely worth every penny. But it yeah, we got a good roll going on here, and it's fairly dark. During 1 month, do you have? I really can't answer that, Kevin. It all has to do with the temperature. Whatever Mother Nature, back whenever I was a kid, the middle of March to the middle of April was your strongest. But then we went through a period where it was 26 degrees by the end of March. So we really only had a 3-week maple syrup season. Pretty much like Michigan this year. Southern Michigan, they only tapped. No. It's all done for family. We use recycled liquor bottles. So technically it can't be sold because you have to follow so many regulations, and that takes the fun out of it. So yes, this is a magnificent place that we have to cook inside. Up to last spring, and those videos are on my, actually that's the video that started my YouTube journey, was maple syrup video. But yeah, it seems like April's been our strongest month the last 2 or 3 years. And, you know, like I said, this will be this is going to be a half decent season, but this will be the last week. I think tonight coming up is going to be the last night that we get a heavy frost. So without that heavy frost, you're done. The trees will still run, but it's so hot outside, by the time you get to the tree, it's already yellow. It's already starting to go bad. So, and nobody wants, as soon as you start to see a bud open up, shut her down. Or you've got a bud, or if you start seeing your pails are starting to yellow, your season's over. Hey, Josh. Oh, it's an adventure. I'll put it that way, Josh. It's very time consuming, very costly, and it's a love. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. It's a love for, or it's a passion for doing this kind of thing. you honestly make no money. Oh, absolutely. You might make $5 a liter if you were to charge $30. And it's, obviously we do it for love and the passion. We don't do it, well, I help them out every now and again, but like nobody gets paid that does this. You get a few bottles of maple syrup. So the way I look at it is I get my maple syrup for the year and I'm out enjoying nature, friendship, you know what I mean? Just gets me out of the house, which helps my mental health. If I was to sit and watch four walls close in on me, it's not a good thing. So out here we have couches, chairs, rocking chairs. It's probably about 120 in the Sugar Shack right now, and that's even with the cupola wide open. It's and it'll get worse here whenever we pull this pan off. It will get worse because then we'll have the direct fire. So, and hopefully I can catch some good shots today. And yeah, you guys enjoy it. I've had so many people ask that that I do a full day. I'm the type that I don't like to shove a camera in people's faces. Now, all these guys think it's pretty cool that, I'm a creator and the different platforms that I'm on and everything else. They think it's pretty cool. But yeah. So the way I'm looking at it is we'll get the syrup season out of the way this week. We'll wash probably next weekend. And from there, we will so I think I'm ready for my drone. I think I'm ready for my drone exam. The only issue that I have is that, it's not really a whole lot of money, but it just goes to show that the Canadian government has their head up their, sorry, my throat got all scratchy there for a second. They give you an exam, but they don't give you any material to study, except for, you are questioned on the different clouds, and so you got to be a meteorologist, which, heck, I can look outside and say it's going to be nice today with blue skies. There, I've probably done better than some of the meteorologists in Canada anyways. And you just you have to study the same principles that somebody flying a plane has to. Explain that to me. I'm flying a drone that fits in the palm of my hand, but I gotta study the same material as a guy that's flying a 6-seater Cessna. I think that's what you call them. It just doesn't make sense. And they want you to go spend $350 and take your exam or take your course through these guys that sell you the course. Well, that's a whole lot of money for somebody who I'm gonna play on the pasture, you know, I'm gonna go up in the bush, see if there's any fresh deer kills, you know, like just stuff to do at the farm. I'd love to have it going right now and go visit the small paddock that the cattle are in. Because there's two babies on the ground. There was one Friday and one yesterday. Or I guess Friday night and Saturday night. And I didn't look this morning, but I didn't see another one on the ground yet this morning. But so we have babies on the ground. And yeah, that's the best part. So once syrup season's over, then we'll go get, I don't know if we're up to 7 or 8 little piggies. You know, people are starting to actually listen and see in the grocery store the prices. My wife is actually starting to listen to me now. And she's like, well, why would you get a full pig? And I said, well, if there's no meat, a full pig and a full cow, or I guess proper term is steer, it's going to feed our family plus for well over a year. I'm going to shrink wrap all my meat so that I know there's no air getting to it, and it's going to be good for 2 or 3 years shrink wrap. So people are jumping on board quick because we're selling the pork for $4.50 cut and wrapped. That's a pretty good deal. Homegrown, and I had one fella here yesterday, actually at the Sugar Shack, say, why would I give you guys $4.50 a pound when I can get it for 99 cents in the grocery store? I thought it was quite funny. We just had a big old chuckle. And I said, well, sir, I said, if you think that that's good quality meat you're eating for 99 cents a pound, good luck with that. So we're like I said, we started out with 3 of us, Josh, Rob, myself taking a pig, and now we're up to, I think, 8. So it's going to be a busy summer. And now I think I have the grocery store on board that they'll give us all the day old stuff, bread, cake. So our piggies are gonna like birthday cake. They're allowed a treat too, right? And yes, we spoil our animals. Always have, always will. Hey, Alicia, welcome. So, like I say, we got about another hour before we pull. And I'm hoping I've got a gig of high-speed data left, and then I go to geared down. Hopefully, hey, Tony, welcome, my friend. Hopefully I've got enough bandwidth whenever they gear me down that I can still do a live. Because if not, I'm going to pout. And we're totally off grid here, so it's the only reason that the lights are working is where we run off of a 3,000 watt generator. So we don't need a whole lot. We run the lights above here. We'll turn on the lights over where we go to finish. And yeah, it's just a waiting game now. There's nothing I can do. What he's gonna do is up home. He's gonna boil some water, find out what the boiling temperature of water is today. And we will go, you can use a refractometer or you can watch it with your eyes and pull it somewhere around 7 to 8 degrees above boiling, the boiling point of water. So it, let's just say that it's a different kettle of fish. You actually, there's too much. I was going to bring you over and show you the inside just to show you how much darker it's starting to get already, but there's so much steam coming off it right now that it'd just put the end to my lens. It'd just fog up. Anyways, we got to open that door again and barbecue ourselves. I really should be wearing a hoodie, but oh well. Ow. Do-do-do-do. Yeehaw! This is great weight loss, guys. So we like to pull. Oh man, that's hot on the thighs whenever you go to sit down. We normally pull when there's about an inch left in the, I guess I can, an inch left in the pan there. And yeah, well, I'll show you the finisher after. The only thing that we do in propane, how do I, there we go. Ooh. Hey, Urban Gardening Chronicles. Oh my goodness, you guys have been chatting away here. Let's have a look. Yeah, feel free guys, chat away. It just helps my channel. And I like help. Also, if you're on TikTok, Rambling with the Brooms, no apostrophe S, go give me a like. And Rambling with the Brooms 2.0. I've got 2 accounts. I should be a full-fledged creator monetized on TikTok today. I was 930 and you need 1,000. Art and Adventures, hey Tasha. To be a monetized creator on TikTok, you need 1,000 followers as well. So, yeah, if everybody could go give me a like, that would be absolutely fabulous. Like I say, my main account is Rambling with the Brooms. That's the one that I've got 900 and some. And my backup account, I would like to also get to 1,000. TT and UT have a lot they have a lot of, how do I say this? The guidelines are roughly the same, but TikTok you get away with a lot more. But can you get out of date veggies and vegetables from the grocery store? Sure can, sir. An acquaintance, I wouldn't call him a friend. Oh, my hoodie's cold. Honestly, guys, I've got the cook stove going in case somebody wants to, I don't know why, I don't need it. It's literally like 300 degrees in here. Actually, I'm gonna go over and see what the temperature is in here. Now, this said that it was 16 degrees Celsius, which $60, roughly? Yeah, I think. No, because 10 Celsius is 50 Fahrenheit, so probably about 55, 54. Fahrenheit. And I'm just seeing here, outside we're up to +3, so the trees that are in the sun are really gonna start pumping here very shortly. And yeah, it's getting rather warm. Oh, I know why. I was wondering why it's not going up. I'm like, huh? The sensors are in the building. Woo, I'm bright. Let's go for a wee jaunt. So there's the syrup there, guys. It just, oh, you can smell the sugar content. And now, hopefully there's nobody that does bees here. And if you do, don't get angry with me. But a lot of people don't understand. Everybody's told to, what's going on, Joe? Joe, you were supposed to send me some close hotels right near you. I found some really cheap ones that I'm sure comes full of bed bugs. And I've got found some very expensive ones that I'm sure I could second mortgage my house. But I'm really trying to get down to your meetup. You're only 8 hours away, so the way I look at it, 3 tanks of gas at the most, so $300 at the very most. Worst case scenario is I'll crash out in my truck, but oh, don't be sorry. I figured I'd remind you, Gathering Together Homestead, welcome. I get it, brother. Us football boys have to stick together because, well, maybe one too many headshots. But if we stick together, we can conquer the world. Oh, I know what I wanted to ask you. I don't know if the schedule's out yet, but have you guys got a football game down there that weekend? I'd love to take in a Rutgers game with you. Hopefully they're playing like somebody that I enjoy, because I can't cheer for your team. That would just make it, I get a banter. You know what I mean? It's just like brothers can't cheer for the same team. Even though you might like the same team, you can't do it. It's just in the book. It's that book of just never do's. No, they would just start fall. Oh, right. Right. Well, maybe an exhibition game. I don't know. I wouldn't mind to go see the outside of the stadium, see what you guys have. There's one stadium both my son and I want to see. I really want to see LSU's stadium. I want to be on those tiers, the stands, when those kids start jumping up and down and the whole stadium starts to sway because there's 105 or 107,000 in their stadium. I think that would be so awesome. So I told Kyle one day, once he's, got his, once he's a police officer in the military and making some money, he can take his old dad to LSU Stadium. You want to know what he said? You can take me. Little bugger's going to be making 5 times what I am. I've taught him well. Yeah, if they're practicing, but you're also going to be busy that weekend, so maybe we'll just take a rain check, and it's going to be a busy enough weekend that if you have 100 and some people that are going to be at your place, the last thing you're going to want to do, well, actually, I shouldn't say that. Once a football person's always a football person. But, yeah, no. You, community is powered up. Monetize your community. Since when is Bautissimo gonna monetize my community? But anyways, before I got off on a football rant, remember what I said about headshots? Call it as I see it. Well, this is the stuff that I've been boiling since yesterday morning. They pulled off yesterday, no, I lied. They pulled off Saturday night. And they got 3 or 4 liters, or 3 or 4 gallons. So this is Saturday night, all day Sunday, and I'm boiling down here right now. So unfortunately, I've got to be very careful because I'm within about an inch of, how do I say this? I'm trying to take the pan down to an inch, but if it goes below an inch, I'll burn it. So, unfortunately, here in a little bit, I'm just going to put the camera on, and you guys will be able to observe what I'm doing, and I will answer questions when I can. It's just something that it's too expensive, and we worked too darn hard to get the sap here and whatever else. So, but we'll get it figured out, and hopefully I'll try to talk through the process. So that people know what we're doing. Like right now, I guess you guys don't want to see me, so. Right now, we're just boiling it down, making it closer to syrup, and then, I don't know if you guys can, if I turn this around, there is the finish pan right there. It goes on that propane stove right there. That's the only part of the process here that isn't wood fired. But it's almost impossible to finish on wood and not burn it. So when I started the live, I could put my thing in, and right at the top, let's see if I can, yeah, so, how long have I been on here? An hour. So, it was up to here an hour ago. Now I've got roughly 3.5 inches. So once it gets to right here, that we pull it off. So, it does, you may hear, you might hear some censored words. I will edit it before I post it. Hopefully everything goes well and we don't have to, but this is the color that we're at right now. Oh, you guys really can't see, eh? Let's bring you over a little closer. So, it's almost the color here right now. So now, it's just a matter of waiting and boiling the little bit of oh, excuse me. Now we're just boiling her down. Trying to get, well, I'd like, oh wow, hot thighs, wow, burn. Oops, my light fell apart. There we go. In perfect terms, it would be really good for us to pull at 213 to 215. The likelihood of that is probably not, but you'll see how we do it. It does get very, very sticky. Josh will probably do 3 filters here, which will take about 80% of the sandstone out of it. Then he will at least 2, if not 3 filter before we jar. So, yeah, it's been filtered before it went into the pan. So it's been filtered quite a bit. So any questions, ask away, or you guys can just be you guys can just watch. What do we got here from Tony? I said that to my kids for years, and one day they showed the house had a week trip, Red Sox pitcher busted. Oh, cool. It's always good to do a road trip. And those folks who haven't heard, Joe from Garden State Gardener is having a meetup. So yes, it'll be gardening / homesteading, but it's a full gallop of YouTube. Joe likes to see other channels grow as well. And it's going to be a weekend event in New Jersey. Oh, there's Josh. Yeah, it is going to be a weekend event in New Jersey. So if you can, then come on in. Roughly about 2.5, 3 inches.
2.5, 3 inches in there.
Yeah, it's coming down real quick.
Should be enough, but
So everybody thinks it's pretty cool how it's boiling down so quick. I just fired it too.
it's going down nicely.
Yeah. So how are you pulling it off here?
We don't pull it off there, we just, here's the end, we don't put any more fire in.
Oh, okay.
And then we just tilt it up and drain it right out of there.
Oh, wow.
We don't take the pan right off.
Okay. So it's not like what we were doing over at Rob's place then?
No, God, no.
Okay. I was trying to think, you know,
We're not doing anything foolish like that anymore.
oh,
No Rob trying to be Superman, lifting a pan up and dumping it out and all that foolish shit.
yeah, no.
That's asking for
One person gets scalded and
one person
you're
gets
in trouble.
scalded, third-degree burns, you know
Yeah.
what I mean? Not doing that.
No.
So no, those little blocks in the corner, we just put 1 or 2 of them under the corner.
Okay.
I just tip the back corner up, and then I drain it off, put it through a filter, and then as it gets down, you just lift up the pan and throw another block under till we have it all in.
Okay. And it doesn't burn.
And then as one person's draining, the other person takes the cup and just keep taking it and pushing it up.
Okay, so you're not burning.
Splash it up in that corner so that
Yeah.
corner doesn't burn.
Okay, now I see what you're.
We just use the cup as a splasher and
Yeah.
then just keep throwing a dose on it and then it doesn't burn.
Yeah.
That's it.
Oh, did she see her bone? Her bone's right there. I know she's she,
He's a little off.
girl. Oh yeah. Wonder why.
A little off. I threw an egg salad sandwich this morning. One that was from back here the other day, a little soggy.
Yeah,
Didn't
yeah.
want to eat it, and she dropped it on the floor. Didn't eat it.
Well, even last night, it took like us to beg her to eat roast beef.
Yeah, she's a little off.
Huh.
She's off. Still by the end of the week, I'll
Well,
get her checked out.
that's it.
She's still eating. She just is busting what she wants to eat.
Mm-hmm. Well, yeah, that's it. Katie said that she was eating her food, no problem.
Yeah. I was getting a little spoiled with her old age too. We put a fresh egg on top of the food in the morning, so she doesn't have an egg on top, and then she can eat it.
Well,
She's getting a little spoiled.
exactly. And the puppy should.
That's fine. She's an old dog.
That's it. 10 and a half. She should get an egg on her food. Oh, so that's what Josh is doing now, guys. I should take you around and show you further. So what he's doing is putting felt filters and paper filters. You guys see that? Yeah. So that goes in, and then he'll put one of those. And if it doesn't go through, he can always take that off. But if it's hot, it should go through. And like I say, there it's, you got a good roll all around the pan. That's what you're looking for. And then, oh, this is the process here. He's got it all set up over here, guys. Whew, so much cooler on this side. So it comes into this pan and it's gas fired. And then once it hits 217, 219, whatever the water's at or boiling today, comes out the tap into the another filter into the pot, and then either Josh or somebody will just be there bottling, and you're done. Oh, he's got the comfy chair. Got to do it in style, guys. So I'm just gonna kind of set you guys out of the way. You guys can see what we're doing, but you are out of the way enough that you're not going to get run over. I've been looking around and there's just not a whole lot of creatures out and about this morning at all. Saw a couple chickadees out front. That's about it. Are my eyes deceiving me? Or is the gate open to the field?
Yeah, they're allowed down in the field.
They're out into this field now?
They're not in the bottom field, but they're allowed in the bottom field.
Oh, okay.
They're allowed, they have to come down into the bottom field when they get to the water bowl.
We have isn't that gate open there? It goes into the back attic here? So it allows them to come here?
Oh, I don't think so.
It just looks, you know what I mean? It looks like it from here.
There's electric wire over there.
Oh.
Just a little corner strip is electric wire.
Oh, okay. My bad. Oh, you want me to bring in the bottles that are out in the gear? Go. Go. Yep. Keep going to gear. We're probably gonna need gas. I just didn't know what gas I could use.
No, that's diesel, all that shit's diesel, yeah.
Well, that's why I can put it in the unit, so. Okay. Where do you go? You want them on the?
They have to be pre-warmed, set them on the top of the grate there.
Okay.
Whenever they fit up there, put them on that grate thing right where your box is sitting.
Okay. Now, what Josh is doing, guys, is he's checking to see what the temp is right now.
See how far away we are in the tank.
Two oh five.
No, a lot more than that.
Oh, it's up that high?
Running with 215.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So it's
That's
still-
gonna be a-
Still got 4 or 5 degrees, but it's gonna be a big batch.
That's gonna be a real big batch. So, 217, 219, somewhere in around there.
215, consistent 215, so it's not too far off.
Yeah. So, you guys get ready. You got enough to go get rid of a coffee, grab a new coffee, and like I said, you'll be out of the way. Unfortunately, what you get to see is a bonus. Now, this is the smartest thing I've ever seen. If you don't preheat your bottles, as soon as that syrup hits the cold bottles, and trust me, that's a hell of a mess. Are you sending Rob a message?
No. Got 30.
Oh, yeah.
30 minutes in there anyways, yeah. We'll take her down a little further.
Yeah, no, he just said to give him about half an hour.
Yeah. I'm gonna go up to the house and do a couple things and,
Yeah.
that can probably use wood one more time.
I was gonna
Yeah.
wait about another 5-10 minutes.
Yeah,
then
and
I'll
give
do the-
her one more dose of wood and then that'll probably take it to the end.
Okay.
To the point where we're gonna take it off after that.
Well, that's it, but that's pretty good, because you still got at least 2 inches in there.
Yeah, there's enough.
Well, let's face it, we poured the coals to her all day
It
yesterday.
did boil a pretty good day with good fire all day.
And hopefully we can do the same again.
Yeah, there's a solid 3, it's not level, there's a solid 3 in the front and 2.5 in the back. Yeah.
That's golden.
Okay, you fire it again, Scott, and give her, I'll be back in half an hour or so.
Okay. Maybe see your father for the first time after. Maybe curses him. Well, there was a structure fire at like 11.
Oh, was there?
Yeah. Yeah.
I drove Lily to the bus because she can home, she did, I brought it.
Yeah, well, there's, yeah, 11:30 they were,
Who had a fire?
uh,
Did?
no. Somewhere up the line.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I wanna say Whitewater?
Oh, okay. No, she didn't tell me about that one, she said I was dead, fuck you.
Yeah, from what it shows, they were busy last night.
After about 15, 20 minutes, monitor those lower bottles, when you pick them up, if you're getting real hot in the bottom,
Yeah.
swap them out up here, pump those ones down there.
don't forget about grabbing some gas. I'm here, guys. I'm just trying to clean up a little bit so I don't track all the dirt all over. We try to keep it as clean as we can in here. I'm doing my house duties. Whoa. We're getting close, guys. We're getting close. All right, guys, that should do it. That should take us to the promised land. Whew. Alrighty. Let's see what we got here. So, are you talking Six Flags? Everybody's gonna go, Joe, or just trying to see what's, I'm here, but eating at Waffle House. I guarantee you they don't have maple syrup like I do. Just saying. All right, Joe, you take care, brother. And God bless, be safe. Toodles. So, hopefully I'm not going to lose you guys. I am going to try to text Rob. If I happen to lose you folks, I will start